and welcome, Wisdom Seekers. I have returned with another episode of DIY Wizardry, and in this episode we are going to be making some upright storage for a 1-inch standard barbell. You can do this for under $25 with 2 pipe nipples and some hose clamps. So what's cool about this method is that it doesn't actually take up any of the hole spacings on your power rack. What I did is I just attached it to one of these supports, and it's just a pipe and some hose clamps, and then you just pull it out, use it, and then just slip it back in when you're done. Let's do it. Okay, so what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need a hose clamp kit, which I got on Amazon for like $10, and I think this is like 80 inches of this band here, and it comes with these worm connectors here. And then you're going to need a wrench and a length of pipe nipple for each barbell or curl bar that you're going to be trying to mount. This one is for my Easy Curl bar. As you can see, it slips right on the end here. And then this one is for my 6-foot barbell. So as you can see, this is much longer. And then I've got these little extra strips from the puzzle mats that I had. These are just like the edge pieces. And what I did here is I put 2 of them together so that the pipe can lay on top of it or like go against it, and then it'll get sandwiched in between the support pieces on your power rack, and then that way you're not like grinding against the metal, and it'll give you something to really like squeeze down on so these don't slide around. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take a measuring tape and you're going to measure around the support piece that you're going to be attaching the pipe to with the hose clamps. I needed 10 inches, so I cut 11 just to be sure, and you can probably do like 2 or 3 more inches if you really want to be careful, you know, so you're not like wasting this stuff. But what you do is you take the end here and feed it through this side right here into this side, and you're going to want to put a little bit of a right angle on this end piece right here, just a tiny bit of a bend, so that when you push it through the slot right here, it grabs on with the little tongue piece that's attached here. And you can see that better right there. So you're going to be putting the piece up under and then through, and when you pull on it this way, and it'll like snag it. So you're going to want to make 4 of these if you're doing 2, because you want 1 on the top and then 1 on the bottom so it doesn't wobble back and forth. If you're only attaching 1 barbell, then you're only going to need 2. So here I am making another one. As you can see, I've got it measured out to about 10 inches. I'm going to do 12 on this one just to be sure. So I'm going to stop it right there, put my thumb here where it's at the 12, and then let that go. Now my thumb is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and bend it a little bit just so I mark where it's at. And then I'm going to take this wrench and grab right here and just wiggle it back and forth until it snaps off. And it's going to take a few because this is actually some really heavy-duty hose clamp, and I wanted to like get the strongest one I possibly could just to make sure that, you know, no barbells just like fall and like crash into something randomly while I'm not there to watch it, you know. This is supposed to be as permanent as possible, but you can still have the option to remove it if you're doing something else yet, or you're moving or whatever. Alright, so now comes the time to attach this thing, and you can either use a screwdriver or you could use a socket, and this is my preferred method because it doesn't slip off of the nut here. And this one specifically is an 8mm. If you buy the one that I provide in the description, then yeah, it's going to be the same kind. So this 8mm socket attached to a screwdriver, and that way you can just, you know, screw it down really quickly. So first you're going to take your little foam pad here and place it up against the support, and as you can see there's a little bit of a lip here, so I put it so it's touching the lip so it's not going towards the ground, because if not it's gonna be like that, and then when you try and put the pipe up here it's gonna be at an angle and the barbell isn't gonna go into it as smoothly. So go like this, take your pipe nipple, put it all the way against the ground, and I prefer to have it this way so the excess band isn't going to be poking out towards where you're going to be working out. And I would make sure that when you're putting your first band on, make sure it's at the bottom of the support as much as possible. That way nothing can slip out from underneath. Okay. Okay, so that's the first one. And you're going to want this one, when it's fully tightened up, to be right underneath where the thread starts. And then just tighten it down as much as you can with your hands. Because if you go super crazy, you run the risk of breaking this, and that's not something you want to do. But as you can tell, that is really on there. And this one will be in a second too. Okay, now the last step is going to be to cut the remaining foam pad here, because now that it's getting squeezed in here, you can't actually put the bar in. But once you're done with that, then it'll be good to go. So, as you can see, standing up sturdily, and you just gotta pull it out, use it, put it back. Same thing with this one. And this full-length one is 14 pounds, and it's in there. So it's got a little bit of wiggle room because it's a little bit narrower, but it's fine. It's gonna hold up, and we are done. So you don't even actually have to put them here if you don't want to. What you could do is mount them on the inside of this support, or possibly on the outside of this support, and then that way, when you take out the barbell, you can still get these off and, you know, adjust however you need to. Well, that's it for now, guys. I hope you found that video helpful, and if it was, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to help me out further, you can check out these t-shirt designs, or you can also listen to my music. There's links in the description. Until next time, the wizard has spoken.